You know you're in good company when you got the Prime Minister, the Chief of Defense, the Mayor, and a ton of politicians on your wall just before you you head in.
Right.
I would like to take you to your table if you want to follow me.
Okay, sure.
Please, I'd like to take you to the table, but before we get there, you're not eating just yet. We're actually meeting up with those that are really at the helm of this amazing project and this great restaurant and the family feel. We have Scott Zinger and, of course, Dave Smith. Now, we had the original poster of Nate's up there originally, and it continues because the growth of this and the family atmosphere that you've brought in, Scott, is really quite unique.
We have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Families flock. We're really happy.
Now, how did this whole thing, come together? Because, of course, there was there's so much, that went on with the closing of the original Nate's, and then to see it resurrected and back in this atmosphere is truly amazing.
Well, it couldn't stay closed forever because, I don't think I would be able to walk the streets of Ottawa. They'd be throwing buns at me or something to say, encourage me to open Nate's. So when Scott and I met, it was like an instant connection. Yeah. And when I walked in here and I met Scott and saw the location and saw the surroundings, I said, wow, what a good place for an Nate's Deli. So it just happened in a matter of seconds, really.
He said, wow, and you said, I can't say no to this man.
That's pretty well it, and we know that Dave's retirement lasted about 3 weeks.
Yeah, just about that. Yeah.
About 3 weeks, and then we quickly started. He's been here involved every day, and we're really happy, and we quickly got involved with community stuff because that's really important to both David and me. David has been involved with charities for, 50 years, and I think that's a fantastic fit for us.
Now, and that continues because I don't know if we're able to pan through the walls because this project goes far beyond just the everyday of people coming in, enjoying their breakfast, their meals, of course, the deli, but also of you giving back, especially when it comes to those famous smoked meat sandwiches.
Smoked meat sandwiches far and wide. We brought 1,200 people smoked meat sandwiches on Remembrance Day to Kandahar.
You really fed an army.
We fed the Canadian Army in the Kandahar. we really did.
We really did feed the Army.
So how did it work?
It was incredible. I have done wonderful things in my life, but I tell you what, this was the icing on the cake when Scott and I loaded up 550 pounds of smoked meat and headed in Kandahar with all the other trimmings to go with it. And on Remembrance Day, after the procedures were done, and we looked up, and there was 1,200 in the lineup. Okay, we thought, wow, let's use that old, that little Jewish miracle, one fish and a loaf of bread. We're going to feed this gang.
It was an amazing mitzvah to see actually happening, and there was a lot of work that went into it, just in understanding how to transport the meat and the food so that it got there and had that fresh feel.
We had a steamer specially made for that, actually. We brought it over with us. We brought our own slicer. But, there's a lot of people to feed. 1,200 people, one slicer didn't work. So Dave was hand slicing. I was using the machine. Pamela Wallen picked up a knife and a fork. The minister was serving sandwiches. We had an amazing group of people making sure everyone got fed within the hour. 1,200 people were satisfied.
That's amazing, and of course you can see the support from the deli and from the people, and I think people really just find this remarkable. It really was. We're going to be checking back in here. We'll get the ins and outs of how this restaurant works. Of course, the famous smoked meat sandwiches. I'm gonna serve because that's what it's all about. Is we're heading back for our first jobs week. I think I have a challenge to see how many plates I can actually carry there this morning. Any takes?
I don't think you've ever forgotten that, have you?
No. We're going to take a commercial break. We're back right after this.